Hello everybody and welcome back. Hey, what's going on, Wolf? For 17 months in a row? Sheesh. My goat. Thank you for the resub, I appreciate it. We're so back, thanks. Sorry I wasn't on yesterday. I had a little switcheroo in my schedule. Yep, it'd be like that. How's it going though, Wolf? You doing good? Trying to stay out of the cold? No, facts. It is mighty chilly up here in Chicago. Doing my best to survive out here as well. Luckily, painting Warhammer is an inside activity, so... Alright. So today I'm going to be painting a Deathwatch Marine here. Just because it's been a bit of a weird week for me schedule-wise, so I'm just going to sit down and try and paint a model from start to finish here on stream. We'll see if I can do it, but, you know. Luckily, he's black, so I don't need to do too much painting. Base coat, done. Inquisition stares quietly in the corner. How's it going, Dark Mage? Actually, I said that I didn't need to do base coats, but actually I'm going to base coat everything that's not going to be black on the model. Fugan will remember this? Yeah, I know. It's just been a bit of a weird week, so I'm gonna be back to painting Fugan next week. Oh, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Yeah, I know. It's all good. Fugan is looking nice, though. I don't know if you saw the pictures I posted in the work in progress after you left stream last week, but I'm liking how the orange armor's looking. Especially now that, like, you know, not everything's blended, but the, you know, the highlights are all there, and I think it's looking good. Painting Black Templars, but they itch to paint sisters again? Yeah. Hey man, I don't blame you. I bought some I bought some extra sisters models in preparation for the Kill Team box that I wasn't able to get my hands on. But I bought a Canoness and the Imagifier as, like, extra bodies, essentially. Because I thought they were cool sisters models. And they are really cool. Definitely excited to get those built and painted. I blame John Blanche. Obviously, it's his fault. Blood Moon Red from Army Painter, and I'm totally addicted. Might be top 3 paints. Sheesh. And an offering to the Dark God on top of that? Sheesh. That's awesome. I'll have to try out the Army Painter speed paints at some point. People keep telling me they're really good. So the only issue is red is such a stacked color. Like, most companies have great, like, red paints, right? However they make red paints is apparently just the best. however they make red pigment automatically turns it into a top tier paint. I think the reason why speed paints are so well received is because less babysitting than contrast paints. I agree. I have seen a lot of like the army painter being very open to criticisms and stuff, and taking that into consideration when developing their paints, which is really awesome to see. Like you really love to see it. Best thing, they're one of the cheapest paint brands. Yeah. Yeah, I'll see if I can snag some of the army painter speed paints. Which ones other than red do you really like? I only have the two. Can't really explain the shade of blue it is. That's fine. Maybe I'll poke around on the internet a little bit. See what are crowd favorites. shoot. Hey, what's up, Evil? Deathwatch? Hell yeah. Just painting this guy real quick today. See if I can start to finish just this model. Because it's been a little bit of a weird week, so. What chapter does he hail from? The, see if you can see it. Kinda? Emperor Spears? I think they're called. The Ultramarines successor chapter with the little trident. Apparently, I really liked the trident because I made 2 Emperor's Spears models in my kill team, in my Deathwatch kill team. I was really vibing with the trident. Why not the Blood Angel successor chapter with the trident? Do Blood Angels have a successor chapter with the trident? One that I don't know about? Yeah, this is the Emperor's Spears, which is the shoulder pads that came with the kit. Oh, that's cool. I like that color too. Take after their dad and keep dying, yeah. That they do. What about Mephiston? Yeah, never heard of him. Would it be heresy if I painted this guy as an Atlantean spear? The shoulder pad logo isn't quite the same, but they're really not that different. I do have, let me grab the, I do have a couple of Blood Angels already. So here are my two Blood Angels Deathwatch models already. The Head Taker I made, it's just like a, it's like a regular Blood Angels model with a little, with the cool fanged head that comes with the Deathwatch. And then I made the I think his name is the Blade Master. The guy with the Xenophase blade. He's a Lamenter. With another one of the custom Blood Angels heads that comes with the my camera will focus. My goodness. That comes with the Deathwatch box. So proud of you, Sloth. Thanks. Why are you disappointed, Dark Mage? What? Only ones or twos when he is doing something? Yeah. I think I have to do a little bit more work on this Xenophase blade. But I don't know. Lack of Skittle Marines? Disturbing? Yeah. Let's see, what are my other... Here's the Emperor's Spear. Emperor's Spear model that I painted up. He's just like the Deathwatch sergeant. And then the Aegis is a Red Scorpion. And then the Breacher is a Son of Medusa. What order are you gonna paint the sisters up in? The Order of... Order of the Sacred Rose is what I was gonna do. I'm liking the white armor that comes up with Order of the Sacred Rose. I do kind of want to switch up the robe color though. I want like the outer robe to be red and the inner robe to be black, maybe. I think that looks better than black robes on the outside. But all white? Yeah. I think the white armor on the sisters with the, like, white armor with gold trim looks awesome on the sisters. Our brother on the journey to paint white? Yeah, I figure it can't be worse than painting yellow. So, I could be wrong though. Kind of cooking up a recipe for good-looking white. Provided I remember to varnish, of course. Yeah. That is a very important step. Don't you love it when you move on to a new color and then realize you missed a bunch of spots with the previous color? That's my favorite. I always do that with purity seals. Burn the purity seals off. Yeah. But yeah, luckily, I'm only creating, you know, a sister's kill team. So it'll be like 12 models that I have to paint with the white armor. So if it does turn out to be absolutely horrendous, I only have to do it for 12 models. This is a Deathwatch Marine. He's going with my my Deathwatch kill team. So just to like show off some Deathwatch models that I've already painted here. He'll look similar. Hey, see you later, Evil. Thanks for stopping by. When are you finally embracing your love for Iron Hands and building an entire army? Hey, yo. Yeah, facts. I hope you have a good rest of your evening, Evil. Oh, nice. Lamenter? Yeah. I will say, a lot of people didn't really like the sculpted shoulder pads for some reason that came with the Deathwatch box. But having the checker pattern sculpted onto the shoulder pad was awesome. Because trying to paint checkers on the rounded surface of the shoulder pad is a nightmare. So the fact that it came with it sculpted on was incredible. Sculpted checkers for Harlequins next? Don't they... I feel like they do have some sculpted checkers? I could be wrong, though. I thought, like, the fabric of their suits had sculpted checkers on it. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just see too many, Harlequins with painted checkers. Freehanding that sounds brutal, yeah. Like, painting checkers is not bad, but when you get a surface that's like super curved, freehanding on like a really curved surface does get like really weird sometimes because it messes with the geometry of the checkers. And I'm not that good of an artist. Let us make sacrifices to the dark gods. Hey, yo. Huh? That counter does keep going up. Oh, wait. No! Hold up. I realized why I'm not getting messages about it. It's because I didn't start up the bot that counts... Alright, hold on. I gotta make sure the counter's accurate. Alright. I put in some so that the counter remains accurate. I need to set it up so that when I load up OBS, it automatically also loads up my bot. Yes, they did. So this is a... Let me see if I have the sprue. I have it somewhere. my god, they were right on top. Easy. All right. So, the Deathwatch kit was actually really awesome. Because they gave you a bunch of custom sculpted shoulder pads for, like, a lot of successor chapters. Because they kind of assume that if you have, you probably already have, like, Dark Angels or, you know, regular Blood Angel shoulder pads. So they give you a lot of different successor chapter shoulder pads instead. If it'll focus. Which was really awesome. Here are, like, the Phobos shoulder pads as well. And then in addition to that, they gave you custom, like, non-helmeted heads that kind of fit with the different chapters. So, like, in particular, I don't know if you can see it super well, but this head for my Blood Angel, it has fangs sculpted in the mouth. Kind of hard to see because they're really small, but similarly with the Lamenter's head, the head I use for the Lamenters also has fangs, and then it has the curly, like, blonde hair that, you know, a lot of the Blood Angels tend to have. So, yeah, the Deathwatch kit was pretty awesome. Alright, I think that's all the red. Mostly just the bolters, some lenses, and then the little stripe on the left knee pad that Deathwatch have. I think. Now we get out our top tier brown Rhinox hide. Yeah, getting a battle-ready Deathwatch Marine painted up is fairly easy. I guess that's any black Space Marine chapter. I do need blue here for the shoulder pad, since this is a member of the Emperor's Spears. And then I think the last thing is some gold. Some gold detailing here. Deathwatch do really have a sick, like, left arm. I also realized I didn't paint some gold detailing on this model. Did I do it on all the other ones? Nope. I did it on like half of them. Oops. To be fair to me, it's like half hidden under the shoulder pad sometimes. The left arm does a lot of heavy lifting for the whole faction. Yeah, Deathwatch Troop goes hard in Space Marine 2. Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome that they added that. I mean, you do start as a Deathwatch Marine. But, especially when everyone's running different chapters, lore accurate, facts. What chapter do you run? As a Deathwatch Marine? The best one, Crimson Fists, Salamanders, sheesh. What's your go-to loadout then? Do you run Melta or a Pyre Blaster? I mean, you have to if you're repping Salamanders. Them's the rules. Pyre Blaster on tack? Sheesh. Combat knife only. Hey, yo. Rip the blue. That's okay, though. I spent approximately 2 seconds base coating the shoulder pads, so... a few touch-ups will be fine. I think that's all the gold detailing. I just realized this guy doesn't have any purity seals. Which is quite disappointing, actually. What is this guy even doing if he hasn't earned any purity seals yet? I'm Rambo in disguise. That knife can cook, though. I agree. I played, oh, man. Where's my plastic, Luke? Emergency! 2 seconds? That's pretty long. Hey, yo. In classic fashion, the little antenna that snaps off if you breathe too hard around it is coming off. Hopefully that fixes it. Little emergency surgery. Dropped this Sunday preview in Discord? Sheesh. What are they dropping this week, huh? I do like the Tzeentch Fate Master. I think it's a cool model. Especially with the bird hanging on his shoulder. I think that's sick. Yup. The Argent shards that are like enormous. A Tzeentch Spearhead that's all Zangors? Okay, interesting choice. And a battle force that's no Zangors? Okay. Sure. Cool. Say the boys are back in town? Hell yeah. Lumineth Rumlords as well. Might get that made to order chaplain. Yeah, the old chaplain models look really cool. New Tech Marine class coming to Space Marine 2 soon. Should paint that mini to celebrate. Alright, alright. When's it drop? Wait, that's actually have they dropped any teasers for what the class is gonna be like? It's out on playtest servers now? Oh, sheesh. Yeah, what does the class do? Servo gun on his shoulder that it does some good damage. Nice. Iron Hands? Yeah, wait. Is the new Irons? The new Iron Hands character isn't a Tech Marine though, right? Nah, he's just a Gravis Marine with some servo skulls. Never mind, he's in Terminator armor. There are now tarantula turrets that spawn. Oh, that's cool. Super overtuned right now, though. New Omnissian Axe weapon is very cool. Yeah, the Omnissian Axe is a sick weapon. It's probably Omniscient Axe, though. I'm over here pronouncing it wrong, for sure. Autocorrect didn't have my back. Yeah. It never does, bro. Is the coolest Tech Marine just the Primaris? Like the generic Primaris model? Are there any like named character Tech Marines? No, not really. That's what I thought. That's kind of tragic, actually. I mean, not that the Primaris Tech Marine model is a bad model, right? But could pay call just for the vibes, yeah. Sorry if I spoiled it. Oof. Yeah, Dark Mage is gonna hate you now forever. And you better watch out. He's been presenting a lot of gifts to the Dark Gods, so you might get cursed. The Dark Gods might come after you. So gotta counteract that. Yeah. Yeah, good luck. Good luck with that. In terms of tithes to the Imperium versus offerings to the Dark Gods, sadly, Dark Mage has been offering to the Dark Gods for a while now. I haven't even played the new mission yet. Yeah, is there a date for? Is there a release date for the new patch? End of February? Alright. So I got some time to acquire a Tech Marine model. 3 to 47 is not a good look. Yeah, there's quite a bit of heresy going on in my chat at the moment. I am but a humble Drukhari who's been banished to the warp to gaze upon the true god. Heresy? Where? If it looks like I'm not doing anything, I promise I am. I am just edge highlighting black with Incubi Darkness though, so I don't know how well that shows up on camera. When I start using Thunderhawk Blue, that'll show up. I did spend 15k points showing the Imperium where true power lies. Yeah. I wanted to shout out Dark Mage. Oh, lol. Alright, I got you. Yeah, sorry. I did set up shout out to shout out yourself. Maybe I should change that. I wonder if I can make it variable. Probably. Shout out to me for real facts. For being a brother in chaos, yo. Oh yeah, speaking of chaos, your Chaos Lord is en route. Wolf. So, if you want to send me a loadout for how you want them built. I also picked up, because, you know, I need an excuse to buy more kill teams. I picked up the Nemesis Claw box to get some extra why am I blanking? Night Lord's bits. Good lord. My brain was not braining there for a second. So I will be using the I'll see if I can swap in the Night Lord specific shoulder pads and the leader's winged helmet onto the Chaos Lord, so that he's extra Night Lordy Chaos Lord. Skin capes for the seamstress god. Yeah, facts. Operation Get Sloth into Night Lords on the way. Oh. Thank you for recommending Vallejo Stillwater. I really like it. Hey, no problem. I really like that stuff too. It is great for like, cause like, otherwise you're looking at like 2-part epoxy resins that like take 24 hours to set and all that. And like are like toxic and whatever. So Vallejo Stillwater being like, it's great for like little bits on your base where you just want like a little puddle of water or like a small stream. It's acrylic water based, so like not toxic. It's really easy to put on. It does still take a while to set, but you know. But yeah, it works great. All right. I don't mind it taking ages. It's usually the final thing I apply. Yeah. It's also fairly easy to like, if you like add, if you want to like tint the color, like adding some contrast paint either on top of it after it's set or like mixing some in. Works pretty well. Like if you want some like neon green toxic sludge on your bases. Alright, now we got some Thunderhawk blue here. And again, just doing a super thin edge highlight with this. I do recommend putting a gloss varnish over it when you're done, because something weird happens with the still water. Like after a while, it can kind of frost over. I'm not sure why that happens, but if you put a gloss varnish on over it, it doesn't do that. And if it does end up frosting up on you a little bit, slapping a gloss varnish on it does fix it. So yeah, in short, slapping a gloss varnish on it is a good idea. Surely I would never forget, right? It's all good. Because if you forget and it starts to frost over, you'll remember. Yeah, the Thunderhawk Blue Step is where things start to look pretty nice for power, for black power armor. course, I absolutely obliterated that little antenna that I tried to hotfix. I should have known that wasn't gonna work. All good. It'll get fixed. It'll get fixed later. Always need to be optional because they will always break off. Yeah. Like, I get it, they're kind of cool, but like, if I can't even like paint the model without it snapping off, like, bro, how am I supposed to game with it? Doing a little bit of blending here, not too much though. You know, most of it is edge highlights, so it doesn't need a whole lot of blending. Alright, that's the black done. The silver metallic. Gold metallic. Silver metallic and gold metallic just need a little bit of quick shade here. Oh, shoot. I guess I'll be painting the silver metallic first. Because I gotta make sure that the bullets have gold casings on them. And for my Death Watch, I've actually been doing 2 different shades. Just as like a test. I slap on some Nuln Oil. And then I slap on some Payne's Gray Wash from Monument Hobbies. To give it like a slight dark blue tint. Man, I'm missing gold all over the place. I also missed the gold lettering on the arm. All good though. Alright. Let that set for a bit and I'll highlight the red. Another offering to the dark gods. Thank you. All right. Putting the finishing touches on some of these lenses here. Just a little bit of bright pale yellow. They had some nice reflections there. Red's done? Cool, cool. Let's see what else we got on this boy. Oh yeah. The second wash for the silver. Some Payne's gray wash here. And then we can come in with a little bit of Doombull Brown here for the leather. Almost at the big 50? Facts. Putting in mad work. See, how did I paint this other shoulder pad? Once you have 100, you have to paint a big chaos character like Vashtor. That's a good idea. I was trying to think of things to do with these. Every 100, painting a character from that faction does seem like a good thing. Also an idea I've been noodling on for a little while is like an overlay that's like a border. And like for a certain amount of time, maybe after you hit 100, like the border of the stream is like chaos corrupted. Or something, you know? Is another thing I've been thinking about. How many for Be'lakor? Hey, yo. Chaos corruption, you say? Yeah, so many blessings to the dark gods that the stream itself becomes chaos corrupted. I'm getting him one day, Be'lakor? Yeah, Be'lakor's awesome. Especially with the big wings, bro. Model's a banger. Alright, I think this model's done. Rip my Be'lakor corrupted Votann. Oh man. They died before they could even truly fly. That's too bad. Were we ever truly loyal to the Imperium? Yeah. Based on the tithes to the Imperium versus offerings to the Dark Gods, I'd say no. Sometimes you have a concept that can't be translated. Yeah. It'd be like that sometimes, which is tough. All right. Yeah, not bad. Just a really quick paint, one and done paint job today. To get a Deathwatch Marine painted. Not bad. I think this is where I'm going to end it for the day. Thank you all for hanging out. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you next time. I should be back to painting Fugit next week. So hopefully I will see you all then. Until next time, though, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. And a great start to your week. So, bye! We hitting the big 50 next stream? Facts. It's happening.